Good morning from Moscow, everyone. It's Thursday, May the 21st, and the top story in today's Russian papers is Vladimir Putin's visit to China and his talks with Xi Jinping. The Russian government paper, Российская газета, is upbeat. Russia and China agree to strengthen cooperation in key areas. Известия, Putin and Xi called relations between Russia and China an example to other countries. The paper says around 40 agreements were signed at the end of the talks, but no agreement on the project Russia is especially keen to push on with, Power of Siberia 2, a new pipeline that would bring Russian gas from western Siberia through Mongolia to northern China. Russian officials tried to put a positive spin on things and claimed that discussions on the pipeline were in their final stages, but we've kind of heard that before, and Независимая газета is sceptical. Power of Siberia 2 is on the verge of being agreed. Yet again, work on the contracts for the supply of gas through the Power of Siberia 2 gas pipeline is in its final stages, Russian officials said on Wednesday after the Russia-China negotiations. They said the same at the end of last year. Now they emphasise that an understanding has been reached on the project, which has been under discussion for the last 10 years. But there are still nuances, including the implementation timeline. It is worth noting that Chinese media ignored the topic of the gas pipeline. Kommersant, it seems that so far there has been no breakthrough in signing an agreement on the construction of Power of Siberia 2. The paper also reports that Russian senators have approved a bill on the use of the army abroad. It gives the president the right to deploy the Russian armed forces to protect Russians from criminal or other legal proceedings by foreign or international courts of which Russia is not a part. The Speaker of the House claimed this was not about intervening militarily in a foreign country, but about actions to rescue people. Izvestia writes that snake bites have been reported in 10 Russian regions since the start of the spring. As for the Russian economy, things are not looking great. The headline in Moskovsky Komsomolets today, on the verge of recession. Same paper, different headline. Debt noose around the neck. Russians' loan debts hit record level. People continue to actively get into debt, creating problems not only for themselves, but also for banks. The paper warns of a large-scale bank liquidity crisis. Независимая газета reports that the level of inflation that is actually recorded by ordinary consumers is about 3 times higher than the official figure from the Federal Statistics Service and the Ministry of Economic Development. Talking of prices, let's end with this conversation in the Orange Joke magazine. Hello, are you a lawyer? Yes. How much do you charge for a consultation? $300 for 3 questions. And your third question is?